Leon Thomas is on Just Incredible's Liftoff Show.
What's happening?
Great to have you up here, man.
Yo, thanks for having me, G.
From being a fan, you know, to coming by the studio that time. Thank you for giving me that opportunity.
Oh, of course, man.
Press and play and you know, the project Mutt, just so amazing, phenomenal body of work, man.
Man, thank you.
I just want to say congratulations, my boy.
Nah, I appreciate that. I mean, it's been a long journey for me. I mean, a lot of people know me from my Nickelodeon days, you know, and even for like producing for a lot of prominent artists. But it's nice to have this moment as an artist myself and to be seen and heard. You know, it's a big deal.
Definitely, man. The success of Mutt, breakout song, you know what I mean? Like you see so many people doing so many videos to this.
Mixes, and yo, shout out to all the DJs. Like, y'all have been mixing Mutt with so many amazing classic records. And, you know, for me, like, all of my homies are DJs, so I know what that mixing life is like. And I appreciate y'all for going viral for me. That was a big deal.
What's your mindset like when you're writing this song, Mutt, man?
You know, my mindset for Mutt was I needed a first single for the album. I knew we didn't have that long to promote the entire album. So I wanted, for the first time in my career, to do a record that was the title track, you know? And I just wanted to make sure it was catchy and upbeat so we could potentially get some radio play. And I mean, I thought I would potentially get played here and there. This is so crazy to see it actually move, you know? We're hitting the charts. So, I mean, it was very, very strategic, but it was also a real organic moment for me, you know? Just kind of like owning the fact that, you know, I wasn't ready to settle down just yet.
Yeah. I love that about your music, man. Honesty, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, honesty goes a long way.
The whole project is like that. I know you get ready to drop a deluxe. Talk to me about that, man.
Well, I mean, shout out to the deluxe. I mean, it's called Heal, H-E-E-L, like the command for a dog. But it also is talking about healing, you know, and trying to find just a path forward. I feel like a lot of us get out of these situationships and relationships and become bitter. And I feel like this deluxe is just more so documenting the process of coming to terms with yourself and you know, moving forward positively.
That's what's up, man. You got a couple features on this deluxe?
Yeah, man. I got Big Sean, Kaylani, Halle Bailey. It's a vibe. Marsha Ambrosia. I'm just real hyped to get out there and do my thing.
Yeah, man. It's beautiful. And maybe getting on the road soon. I know you're just back from Coachella.
Just back from Coachella, but we're planning to announce my headline tour, which is going to be amazing. Domestic. So we're going to be all throughout the country. Live band, lights, production. We got a real crazy show set up for y'all. So it's going to be lit. Yeah.
So weekend one, you popped out on stage with Ty Dolla $ign, right? Surprise guest. What was that like?
It was insane. First off, because like Ty had about 12 surprise guests. So we're all like sharing mic packs, right? So, you know, I'm getting the mic pack like 2 minutes before I gotta hit the stage. I have no idea how to enter the stage. I'm underneath like this big thing because it was a really interesting set. But the second that I got up there and I felt the love from the crowd, all of the anxiety washed away, and it was a good time, man. It was just like a rocket ship, man. We just took off.
I bet. Yeah. And congrats on Tiny Desk as well.
Thank you. Yeah, Tiny Desk was crazy. People don't know, man, but I mean, they take away every luxury you have as an artist, from the in-ears to the backing tracks.
Really?
And you really got to get in there and just like go in. It's what separates the men from the boys.
Only the strong survive.
Because you can really go up there and, you know, start messing up.
And as you're in that moment, right, whether it's Coachella on stage, Tiny Desk, man, just the moment we're in right now, like, what's going through your mind, man? Like,
I'm just trying to stay as present as possible, but always, you know, focus on what I'm trying to do next. You know, my grandfather, God rest his soul, told me that the key word to this whole industry is next, and everything you can do to just be prepared, you know, for your next steps.
Love that.
For me, that's why I got my deluxe locked in, back pocket ready. You know, already started rehearsing for the headline tour. I feel like everything I'm doing right now is done with purpose and intention. And that's not by accident.
I heard that. What instruments do you play? I know you play quite a few.
Yeah, man, I play 5 instruments. But I say 4 fluently. Drums, bass, guitar, piano, and saxophone.
Wow.
And yeah, man, I mean, music is just my way of communicating and being able to jam just in case somebody else is on the keys. I can say, all right, I'll get on bass, no problem, you know? You know, my family I come from a tribe of musicians, so everybody's like, you know, really talented, and I've had some great teachers who are also my uncles. And, you know,
man.
My mom and my dad, you know.
When it comes to an R&B song, what's a perfect song that comes to mind? Like one that just gives you goosebumps when you hear it. Like it could be a classic.
Adorn is well, there's a bunch of classic ones, but I'm just thinking like modern day great songs. Yeah. Adorn by Miguel is just so amazing because it has a lot of those classic elements to it, but he still found a way to stay relevant and current, you know? And then like classics for me, I'll say, Quincy Jones is probably one of my favorite producers. So like Thriller is like just a great example of just epic production, utilizing every tool he could from that time to like make a movie.
So amazing, man.
Yeah.
Quincy Jones, long live, man.
Yeah. Long live his legacy, yeah.
What's your favorite type of song to make? Do you have just one?
I feel like I'm really just a naturally emotional guy, so I love making like laid back stuff that kind of digs into the more complex emotions. That's just like my natural place to go. But I've been having more fun doing upbeat records too recently, just like tapping into to jamming with my brothers Rob Garinger and David Phelps. Those guys are amazing musicians. And we've been just really making stuff that could work in the clubs just as well as it can work, live at a show.
For sure. Sometimes the toxicity comes out in the music.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. But I don't know. I feel like writing a song in this generation is almost like being a screenwriter. You got to have a little drama. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a little drama. It's really important. It's not always nonfiction. Sometimes it's fictional, but I think it's important to have like that twist and turn. That's the kind of thing people can relate to.
That's right. Yeah. What's one of your most toxic traits? What would you say?
I think my most toxic trait is I'm a workaholic, you know, so I can definitely be a little passive and not do as much to respond as I need to. So my biggest note is that I'm missing texts and calls, and it's like, yo, listen, I'm tapped in, I'm dialed in. I'm right here doing my thing, Got to get better with my iPhone. I think I'm gonna just get a flip phone and just give people a landline to reach me, because I can't hang with the texting.
I feel it, man. That toxicity, man.
Yeah.
I know now I'm one of those guys. Like, I want my space, but then I also want them to call and text.
Right. See, like no, you can't both, bro. Yeah.
Well, that's why it's toxic. That's why I'm a mess. Hey, man, Mutt's everybody's favorite song, one of everybody's favorite projects.
Thank you, man.
But you've worked with several artists, other artists. Who is? Let me see. Who? I guess when it just comes to studio sessions, right? Vibes. Who's someone you've collaborated with that is? You want to shout out?
Shout out to Drake. Working with him was really cool. I learned a lot about just the business and how to build a brand. I mean, he's really got a full functioning machine going. And then also Ty Dolla $ign, that's my big brother. And being in the studio with him was like really epic. I learned a lot about just how to really construct not just R&B records, but hip hop records and even house songs too. Like he's big in that world.
Sheesh. Ty's the man, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to Skrillex too. And we did some stuff together from back in the day, and I really learned a lot about just like sound design from working with him. Yeah. All the analog stuff. Yeah.
So you did? Is it three songs on Drake's? Is it
Certified Lover Boy?
Yeah, three tracks, man.
Yeah, In the Bible, Love All with Jay-Z, and then Pipe Down.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean, you threw Jay-Z name out there. I know you got. Is Givion's on one of the tracks too, right? That you did?
Yeah. Giveon and Dirk were on, In the Bible. Yeah, man. I mean, it's been a crazy journey, being in this industry this long, and even starting with a lot of artists, like, starting out with Post Malone, starting out with Kehlani in her early days and doing stuff with her, Ariana Grande, same thing, first album with her, and just like was around to see that whole thing turn into superstar status, So it's been a blessing to be able to really help people build their dreams and then now be able to do it for myself as well.
For sure. Is it nerve-wracking when you're in studio and almost you're cooking up, right? Because and you don't know for sure if
it's
that
gonna work,
right? Yeah, like what's that feeling like? Because I feel
it's
like
not like nerve-wracking. I feel like the younger me used to get a little sensitive about it, but I think the older I got, it's just the more I grew a tough skin. And if it doesn't work that day, there's other days in the year. I think it's the relationship that you need to build that's really important, because I mean, I feel like it's a numbers game more than it is just a songs game.
Right.
I feel like as musicians and artists, we create so much. It's important to really be tapped in with that artist so you can shoot more than once.
That's right. That's right. A true relationship.
A true
man.
relationship, so you can actually find the song that does work for them. You know, tailor made.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you've just done so much incredible stuff from both acting, Broadway, music, and you're just getting warmed up. You're just getting warmed up. From what I gather there, it's like patience and not taking things personal. That's what I'm getting from.
That was the biggest thing. There's this book called The Four Agreements, you know, and it's just like not taking things personal is like one of the chapters. And I think it's a beautiful part of just living life. You know, I think everybody's going through their own situation. Yeah. And a lot of times we make things about ourselves, and sometimes it has nothing to do with you. It's just a moment, man. Like, move on. Keep it pushing. Like,
Facts, man. Yeah. Man, I appreciate you sitting here with me today, bro. It's an honor and a privilege.
Yeah.
Before you break out, I want to just talk about SZA, Snooze. Congratulations, man.
Thank you so much.
Phenomenal record. I mean, one of the greatest records, in my opinion, of the last decade for me.
Well, thank you, brother.
A song that I can hear every single day, man.
Yeah,
and
I'm really
y'all did a phenomenal job.
Part of it. Yeah, thank you. I mean, SZA, she really wrote that song so beautifully, and to be a part of the co-production on that was really cool.
You, Babyface.
Yeah, me, Babyface, my boy BLK, and my guy Chris Riddick Times. We just like all tapped in, you know, Avengers style, and made a really special track. Yeah. You know. It's funny, after she wrote the song and we listened to it for the first time, I'll never forget feeling like we made something super special. And I came to a publisher. I was trying to get a publishing deal at that time, and I played this publisher, won't say who it was, played her this song, and she was like, it's okay. Ooh. And I remember looking at her and just like thinking in my head, like, wow, you have no idea what you're talking about.
Wow. Are you
Flash forward 3 years later, we're like, you're holding awards and stuff.
Yeah, at the Grammys.
It's #1. I'm like, this is why you have to trust yourself, you know, and not everybody has the best advice.
That's right. You got to really follow your gut, man.
Yeah, facts.
And that's you at the end of the song, right? Like,
well, no, in the beginning of the song, actually, I pitched my vocal up, and I like to do like vocal chops on a lot of my records. Like I said, I spent a lot of time making music, not just in urban music and hip hop but also in like the house space.
Yeah,
that's something I really gathered from a lot of that.
For sure.
A lot of those sessions was just being able to kind of sample myself. Yeah. And, you know, use myself as an instrument just as much as my guitar and bass playing was on that record. Yeah.
Leon, keep doing your thing, my boy.
Thank you, my G.
You know it. Thank you for pulling up, man. I want y'all to make sure, of course, Mutt, the project is out. Heal is the Deluxe.
Yeah, Heal's the Deluxe. And we got a new single called I'd Rather Be Alone, dropping tomorrow. Let's get it.
Okay, all right. So y'all check that out, man. Thank you so much for pulling up.
I appreciate
Much more blessings and success to you, my boy.
Yeah, thank you
so
much,
You already know.
Man.
Leon Thomas, Just Incredibles Liftoff Show on Power 106.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.